So now, we're going to get into your backstory. I want to, because I gotta hear this. I gotta hear about where this all come from. Where did Jefferson come from? Where were you born and raised? Single parent household, two parent household. I need to know your child. I want to know. I got to get into your childhood. I really do. I want to get into what TV shows you watch. I want to get into your inspirations. I want to get into the games you used to play, whether you play Monopoly, Trouble, spades. I want to know about, what type of cereal you used to, what was your favorite cereal? Did you come up from those humble beginnings? Did you have tea and crumpets back in the day? Did you have access to the gated communities? Or did you have piss in the elevators? Or did you have bunk beds and pallets on the floor? I want to know, did you have cousins all over the place? And, bologna sandwiches and, grilled cheese, no frills. I want to know everything. Let's get it to you. Let's get into that space.
I was born in Southeast DC, but I claim Capitol Heights as my home because I'm primarily from Capitol Heights. And let me say this about me growing up in Maryland.
Okay.
You from Maryland, they think you're from Baltimore.
Right.
No, but I'm not. I'm more. I grew up maybe a half a block away from the DC line. That's how close I was. So I claim that area. I don't claim Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore, but I just had to get that out of the way because when you tell people you're from Maryland, they automatically assume Baltimore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we DC go that area. So I was primarily in Capitol Heights. It was 7 of us. And let me say this: when I started in the Southeast, it was 9 of us in a small 2-bedroom house.
Wow.
Father, he worked tirelessly. He moved us right across the line to Capitol Heights, Maryland, which was on the line. We had 7 siblings. I have 4 sisters. I have 2 other brothers. My older sister passed away from COVID when that first came.
Where do you fall? What number are you?
I'm the last. I'm number 6 of 7.
Oh, you let second to last. Oh, wow.
My older sisters who passed away, my older brother Danny, they grew up together.
Right.
And my other siblings, Rashawn, Yvette, and Shirley, they the middle siblings. They all grew up together. And then me and my brother Thornell, we like a year apart. That's my man. We grew up together. So we grew up in an area called Capitol Heights. And back then it was an amazing time. I mean, our house was like the house everybody hung up. We had a ping pong table. Also,
okay. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
All gangsters and stuff that used to be on the corner gambling. Because back then, every corner had people shooting dice in our neighborhood. That's just the way it was. But other than that, everybody was in our house. We had like a community house. And I look back and I was like, damn, my parents let all them people hang in our house. And my mother was the type of, she was like a surrogate. I mean, we had people from the neighborhood end up coming to live with us. So we in background, I had a very close knit group of friends. And one of my best friend coming up, he was actually a alternate on the 1984 Olympic team for boxing. Named Floyd Faber.
Wow. Oh, okay.
The guy that I spent most of the time with. But I had like 5 very close friends. Some ain't here today. One passed. Well, some passed. Unfortunate ways. But I had a close knit group of friends. I grew up on. Let me tell you about Capitol Heights where I grew up.
Yeah, tell me.
I grew up maybe a block away from a housing project called Eastgate. It was on the DC side, but we are so close to DC, it's about a block away. And they used to look at us as having money because we lived in houses.
Oh, okay.
On the Maryland side, looked at us as being poor because we was in the poor section of Maryland. So we was like suburban, I guess. Oh.
Yeah. As they saw it.
Yeah, and that and let me say this: at 7 years old, I got hit by a car. And it was a violent accident. And when I got hit, I was leaving church one day.
What? Oh
leaving
no.
church. And let me tell you this story. I was leaving church, and this is I didn't. I put it in my book, but I failed to tell this part of my book. I was with my sister Ray Sean, and she allowed me to keep the money that I was supposed to give to Ty to use to go buy me a candy bar. So
Wow.
she after church, we walked down to our neighborhood store, and I had this bright idea, and I wanted to beat her home. So I ran across this main thoroughfare in our neighborhood, and I
Oh
was
no.
struck at 7 years old. And as the story was told, when I was hit, the impact was so severe. I went up
Oh
as
my
high
God.
as 7 years old. I came down on a curb and hit my head. I don't remember any of this, but what I do remember is waking up in the ambulance. I was confused. I was 7. I didn't know where I were. I thought I was on a spaceship or something because I didn't know.
Wow. Right.
I
Oh
just,
my God.
I just started crying, like I saying, "I want to go home. I want to go home." And the reason why I'm telling you about this event because it had a profound effect on my life. Because at 7 years old, I kind of understood what death was because people were like, "You almost got killed. You almost got killed. You almost got killed." And this is the crazy thing. Although I came home stitched up, I didn't have any broken bones. And
After all of that?
I didn't have any broken bones. I had stitches in my forehead. My tip of my tongue was cut off. I had stitches in my leg, stitches in the back of my head.
Mm.
At 7 years old, I didn't have any broken bones. So I named that chapter Unbreakable. But
Mm.
I'm saying
Oh, okay. Mm.
yeah, so I'm telling you this story because it had a profound effect on my life and treat people because at 7 years old, I understood what death was because people kept telling me I could have died.
Yes. Yes.
I looked at it like God gave me a second chance. So
Yes.
knowing that, I'm going to always put my best. I'm not perfect, but I try to like put my best foot forward and I treat everybody the same. I'm going to treat the person who hold the door for me at 7-Eleven and beg me for money, just like I treat the person riding past me or talking to me who I know is a multimillionaire. It's no difference to me, and
Absolutely.
I think that's what helped me get through Lawton too, because the inmates down there saw that about me. So,
Mm.
like I said,
Wow.
I grew up with during the era of house parties, Parliament, Funkadelic, you know.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. Keep them coming. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I remember seeing Dougie Fresh for the first time when he came to DC with the Bally's on, and Public Enemy when they first came, they was with Dougie Fresh, and this was their first album, and I didn't like it at the time. I was like listening to, I thought they was some garbage.
Oh.
They end up that was their first album, but they end up being like one of my favorite rap groups after that album. But I mean, that was me, and I grew up on our cereal didn't have sugar because we didn't really fan.
Oh.
All the
Yes.
without the sugar.
Mm.
Oh, I'm not going to the poor people.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
It was
This is
that
what I be talking about, Jay. This is what I be talking about. I less.
I grew up having a whole lot. If he didn't work day and night, we'll still.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mother said he wanted to put us in a better environment.
Absolutely.
Like I said, my mother worked hard, but she was a domestic worker.
Mm, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The domestic worker. So I didn't grow up with a silver spoon. I was far from it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We did have food on our table.
Mm, yes. Yes.
Yeah, we did have food on our table. Like I say, it was a very close knit community. I had like I never forget this time. We had like solid older guys,
Okay.
and I just remember one day they were all gone,
Mm.
like my big brothers, and they all of them went to. So, and I'm gonna say this about my kids.
And then like during your time, when you was in
Yeah, I
crutches.
had people I knew locked up in my dormitory. I have cousins locked up in my dormitory. I had friends locked up in my cell.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that because DC is really small. It's a 30-mile radius. So
Mm,
you come from a certain area, you definitely gonna see people you know down there. Like I say, I was right on the line. Um, I was right by two notorious housing projects when I was
mm.
called Eastgate and one was called Simple City. So I seen people down there that I knew, even my cousins.
So let me. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, I'm through.
I don't know. I don't. You Lola, you still it's still freezing. You said it. Someone said it keeps freezing. I'm good. I mean, I don't see any issue. I never see any issues with anything freezing. Did anything freeze on your end, Jeff? Yeah, I didn't notice. I mean, are you still seeing us freezing, Lolo? Yeah, because I haven't noticed any freezing going on. Yeah, but thank you for being here, by the way. Thank you for being here. And she said hi to you too. Yeah, let's share that. That's Lolo. Yeah, she's another content creator on YouTube. Make sure you check her out, subscribe to her. Yeah, so what I wanted to ask you, if you just kind of based off of the experiences that you had, um, what type of superhero would you be? What would you if you were a superhero? What would your name be, and what would your power be?
Well, well, my favorite superhero was Power Man. He was a black superhero.
Who was it? It was who?
Power Man. You
Who
might
was
never
that?
look him up. He probably was the first black superhero.
I never Power Man.
Oh yeah, look it up, Google him.
Yeah, I am. I'm like, who's that? Wait, who's Power Man?
I would be Power Man, but if I could have a superpower, I'd be able to be invisible or to read people's minds.
Oh God. I mean, would you? I mean, do you? I mean, you really want to take on that?
One of the two.
Oh my goodness, would you really want to take that on? But let me ask. So, what was your name be? What would your name be?
Um, I'm just gonna go with something basic, Black Man.
Come on now.
Hey,
You got to be more creative than that.
no, that is creative. Black
No, black man.
Black is my favorite color, so everything comes.
Okay, let me see. Power Man. Power Man. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking. Yeah, yeah. So let me see here. Yeah, because I never heard of a Power Man in my life. Let me see if this is who you talking about. Let me see.
Proud man up.
Is this it?
Whoop, there you go.
Power Man.
I'm not gonna tell you no lies.
I never heard of Power. Okay.
Come out, look at
Wow. Oh, Luke Cage. Oh, this is from. Oh, okay. I heard of Luke Cage.
okay,
So,
yeah, it was Power Man. Luke Cage,
oh, okay. Oh,
that's who I would be.
okay. Oh, thank you for enlightening me on that one.
Look at that brother right there.
All right, thank you for enlightening me. I'm like, who the heck is Power Man? All right, so now I always like to ask real quickly, Jay, what was elementary, junior high school like? I always like to get those stories because those are pivotal. Oh, no, don't leave me alone. He said, even I knew him. Said, shame on me. I'm like, excuse me, I'm sorry. I didn't know about no Power Man. I heard of Superman, Batman. I don't know about no Power Man. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, elementary and junior high school was a pivotal time for all of us, and I like to hear those stories as well. And I definitely want to hear your elementary school, junior high school, where were you the popular kid, shy kid? Did you hump on the staircase? Did you develop what was your social skills like? Start getting into the girls. We could add the high school at the end too, because due to time constraints. So I want to get more into that journey from elementary, junior high school, and then we could kind of segue into the high school phase.
I'm glad you asked that question. My elementary school was. Um, I'm glad you asked that question. When I went to elementary school, I went to a predominantly black elementary school, and we ended up. And I loved the school. It was like a lively, vibrant elementary school. And this was during the time of busing. I don't know if you heard about busing when they
Oh,
would integrate the
I was bust.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up being bused to an all-white school. They end up busting some of the whites, half of the white kids to my school, and then busing us to the white school. And when I walked into the school, the environment was totally different. It was like it's a smaller school, and it was quiet,
It was quiet.
more quiet than the school I was in. Now, mind you, it's not like our elementary school was off the hook, because back then we was like well-behaved kids in the school back in the the 70s. But this school was just quiet to me. But I can't say
Yes, I did.
I can't say I wasn't treated bad. We was treated good at the school. I just as far as the academics.
How was your academic?
Oh, whatever we was doing in our school, it didn't affect me, because when I got to that school, the academics, I was on par, so that was good.
Okay.
Back and look back then, I was on par academically, and I kind of enjoyed it. My favorite time at the school, I really loved. We used to have this thing called field day.
Ah,
Where you see
yeah.
us and racing and all this type stuff. And I was a decent athlete at that time. And I'm just telling this more story. One of my best friends coming up, and I miss him dearly. His name DeHaven, DeHaven Reed. I miss him every day.
Hmm.
We was great run the 60-yard dash, and DeHaven had on these red shoes, red shoes, and he said it's gonna make him run faster.
Did he believe that?
Well, we all believed it back then because we kids.
You
So
kids, yeah, yeah.
he was telling me how fast he was gonna run and how he was gonna win the race. And when we ran, I beat him. I beat him in the race.
Oh my God. Oh, you so let me. Jay. So you ran track?
No, I didn't run track. This is like
You
field day.
just could run. Oh, you could run.
Kids, we used to compete for ribbons back then. These little
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. And when I beat him, he was so disappointed in these red shoes.
Like, did he did he throw those red shoes away? Did he burn them?
I don't think his mother would let him burn them, but he was definitely disappointed.
Like this was Mrs. Just false advertising, false representation. So did you join did you play any sports? Did you join any clubs, at the time, during your school years?
Little league football.
Little league football.
Football. I played a little bit of basketball. I wasn't great at anything. I wasn't really, even though I love sports, I can't say I was active in them, but I did play little league football. And I played basketball when I was in middle school, but it was for recreation and not for my school.
Got you.
High school, I didn't play anything. I just went to school.
Yeah, you just want to get through. Lolo said you should have let him win. So you can't you don't just want to just make him believe that those red shoes actually made him run faster. You want to make him believe that, you know, you want to give him that false pretense. Yeah. Yeah, don't give him that false pretense. Yeah, exactly. Like let him know the reality of things, like don't give him that false pretense. Yeah, so I'm sorry. Go ahead. You was about to say something?
Excuse me for a minute.
Okay.
When I laugh a lot, my nose runs. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, you're not the only one there. It's another content creator that happens to as well. She always when she laughs, she her nose runs. Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you, like when did you start dating? When did you start dating? Did you jump in the staircase, by the way?
I hop in the staircase because back then girls was hard to y'all was hard to get.
We were, really? We were?
Well, I'm gonna say in my area, they was hard to get. It was totally different, but no, I didn't do that. Ain't like I didn't try, but
I'm sure you did. You had to at one point. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I'm like, nobody want to be real about the humping in the staircase. I don't know why.
I was unsuccessful. Yeah.
Yeah, them dang stairs. I know. See, I mean, like I said, we all had, I know sometimes we might be ashamed to talk about it at a certain time, but when you get to a certain age, I mean, if you did it, I mean,
Oh no,
you
no,
know,
like in high school, I mean middle school. Yeah, this area, man, them girls was hard to get in this area, boy. Oh, I wasn't smooth enough. Maybe that was it.
oh, you wasn't smooth. Were
Well,
you
I
shy with the girls?
said it again.
Were you shy with the girls?
I wasn't shy, and I wasn't. I wouldn't. Um, I wasn't what you call a popular kid, but I wasn't an unpopular kid. I hung with the
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
popular crowd. Let me say that I hung with in middle school. I hung with all my friends had like reputations for fighting, right, in school. So I hung with them type of dudes, but me myself, I never wanted that reputation. You know,
Good.
that was their reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, I was just one of them dudes who was just solid with everybody. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
that
Yeah.
type of like, right is right, is wrong is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you had those morals from the beginning. That's why I said. That's why I guess that transition into your career just kind of it made sense. But let me ask you, before you got into, are you finished with the school days? I want to make sure we
oh,
cover that.
I'm just my high school was uneventful because
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got into the 10th grade. A lot of my close friends started dropping out, so I
Mm.
enjoyed my high school as much. But my middle school, I loved. That was the best time of my life.
Oh,
Coming,
really? Middle school. Hmm.
loved it. Really.
See, this is why I like to talk about it. See, we realize how important that time is. We just always think that it's just, what it's part of our journey, as part of our educational journey, but it's so much more than that. It's a pivotal time. We know it's all about the self discovery. And what did you discover about yourself at that time? Because you're talking about self discovery.
At what time? Middle
I
school.
mean, middle school, yeah.
Middle school. We just had a close knit group of friends, and we was
What was your self discovery, Jay? Your self discovery.
that was when I was 7 years old. You know, when I got hit by that car. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I said, even though my friends was a certain way, I was still one way. I was still about my morals and principles. So my self discovery came early.
And so let me ask you, because you talk about morals and principles.
Mm.
Where did that come from? Who instilled those in you? How were those things instilled in you?
That's a good question. I don't know. Like I said, and I'm gonna say this: my father worked all the time. He wasn't really a on hands father
Mm,
because he had to get out there and work for us,
yes. Mm-hmm.
work for us. So I think I just was always an independent thinker for some reason. Like I never been drunk or high a day in my life. And I don't know where that came from. I think we born with certain things anyway. It's just certain. I think certain things we are just naturally born with, and I was born to be an independent thinker. So I was never um, the type to want to do what everybody else is doing. I'm going to do what Jay want to do. I'm not going to smoke weed because you smoke weed.
Oh, so you didn't respond to peer pressure like that.
Uh,
Good.
Me, I was always strong enough to hold my own. When
Good.
I wasn't bullied or anything in school because I wasn't the type of dude that allowed in the people in my
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the type of go out there and try to be tough either. Jay was just Jay. You ain't
Right.
gonna bother you. But if you test him, he's gonna respond.
Yeah. Yeah. As you should.
Yeah, because that's the type of dudes I was raised around.
And
So
so, what about your church? When you because you talking about you went to the church. So did you pull from that? Did you have any key takeaways from your time in church?
well, let me say this about my first experience in church wasn't good. Uh,
Oh,
the church that I first was introduced to, I thought the collection plate came around too much, and I didn't have a lot of money. I mean, this collection plate came around at least, and I'm not going to rate 6 times.
what?
And so it kind of like I learned early on, like, man, this is a business. You understand? So that
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was a business, and
For some. Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I'm not saying all churches. This particular,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I felt pressure to a point I didn't want to go because My mother ain't giving me enough money to hit the collection plate 6 times.
It's like I got enough. I mean, look, I already gave the first the last time. What's this for?
So I'm not really a church goer. I'm
Okay.
spiritual guy, but I'm not
Hmm.
involved in the church.
Okay. Fair enough. But I just wanted to, kind of like, just kind of get into more about, where, you've pulled from when it comes to like the morals and values that you have,
Yeah.
set within yourself and the expectations of others. So I just wanted to find out where did that stem from? So, also, I'm glad you told, just kind of gave me that. And so let me ask you, so before I know you mentioned about you um and during college and you had your daughter. Oh, what college did you go to, by the way?
The PG Community College. Ta-
PG Community.
yeah, taking up business management. Hmm.
Okay. And so and you said that at the time that you had your daughter and you had to had to work, you had to pay the bills. And so before you got into the career in law enforcement, what other jobs did you have to pay those bills? And like whether
I used to work at this place. It was called Spectrum Limited. Um, it was a acrylic finishing company, and we had a Jewish boss named Pete, and he was a wealthy guy. He lived in Georgetown. If you're familiar with Washington D.C., to live in Georgetown, you have to be wealthy. And he had like two townhouses, and side by side, he knocked down the wall and made it one house. And his father used to come up to the shop. He was from New Jersey in a Rolls Royce, so
mm,
in a Rolls Royce. So he was my first boss. I was at that job for a while, and I could say this about Pete. He might have dogged me on the long run, but he was a pretty good guy for the most part.
and why you say that? Like what
Um, when I left that department, when I left that, I left my money in the 401.
okay.
Yeah, and maybe 20, 25 years later, I'm getting a letter in the mail um, from an attorney saying the money was taken by him, and it's not
What?
was taken by him for whatever reason, and they basically gave me a penny on my dollar.
What? How
Yeah,
the heck did that happen?
and I didn't know anything about the case till it was over. We got penny on the dollar, and I was like,
What?
"There's money that could have been right now." But
Whoa. Wow, that
hmm
wow, that went left.
yes,
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So, yeah. So I wanted, but I'm glad. I appreciate this because I enjoyed hearing your stories. I enjoy hearing about your upbringing. I really appreciate you sharing that. And so I want to also before we get into the the little bit more fun, I want to also ask can you pour into um like I said, going back to the climate that we in, as far as the community from the outside as well as the inside. What I mean by inside is, the officers and the law enforcement side, and I also want you to pour into the side of community, and I want you to kind of get into your perspective or how we can kind of make, how should I say, how can we make our interactions, our relationship better, to service the community better, service, or how can we interact with each other better? How can we build a better relationship? That's what I want to say. And I'm trying to articulate it the best way I can.
you mean with the community
The
and
community and the law enforcement.
I think, well, let me say this. I don't have all the answers.
No, just your perspective. I didn't say all of you had the answers.
But what I'm saying is I think it need to be some community engagement. I mean, I think, and I'm going to say this, I think in the Black community, um, we already have a certain mindset when it comes to police officers. right? And and the mindset is normally a negative take. But I'm here to tell people that you have a lot of good police officers out there who actually care
Yes.
about their
Hmm.
community, but you're not going to see it because you don't want to engage. You know, so I think it, a relationship goes two ways. You know, you both have to be invested. So if one person is invested and the other isn't, it's not too much going to be done. So what I'm saying, I think the community needed to be more engaged, more willing to have the conversation with police officers. Go to your, I mean, when I was in the police department, we used to have PSA meetings where the community can come and engage with the officers who work that area. And I thought that was a very important aspect. But this is the, you rarely have community members come. You had the same ones come all the time. So it takes two to tangle.
Hmm.
So it takes two to tango. So I just say get more involved, go to your community meetings with the
Yeah.
police in your area. And I think that'll be helpful. But do Jay got all the answers? No. And like
Right.
all the community, I mean, I think officers have to do better also.
Yes. Because
Say
we all got to do better.
it's a lot of good officers out there, you know, and I didn't tell you this, but I spent 15 years as a school resource officer.
Mm. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Most important officers are the police department, in my opinion, because one thing about school resource officers that people don't know about is, I mean, they spend thousands and thousands of dollars of their own money helping. See, I was on the southeast side, which is one of the most disadvantaged areas of Washington D.C., and I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about officers. Not just me. We spent thousands of dollars of our own money that weren't reimbursed to us. It was just we doing it
Hmm.
of our house, buying school clothes, books. I myself, I done bought pregnancy outfits for so young ladies can keep coming to school. We used to invest
Hmm.
in so it's a lot of good officers. There's a lot of officers out
Yeah.
there
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah. Yeah.
things. I mean, good things, but you don't see that side.
Right.
Tell you, it's a lot of good.
Not often enough.
Yeah, you don't see it because they're not going to show that, but it's
Yeah.
a lot of good things, and they spending thousands of dollars out of their own money, you know, on these kids. Because a lot of these kids in Southeast don't where we worked was without. So we used to make sure they had their prom dresses. We had made sure they had clothes. We had made sure they had shoes, with books. We made sure they had jackets. I mean, school resources are, like I say, was one of the most important aspects of Metropolitan Police Department, in my opinion. And shout out to all the school resource officers out there because
Yeah.
I
Shout
know how
out to them.
y'all community.
Yeah, I'm glad you shared that. Yeah, thank you for reminding me because I meant to bring that up before. So yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, but I appreciate, your perspective on that as well, because like I said, sometimes we do have to kind of view things from a wider lens. So that's why I wanted to kind of get your perspective on that.